welcome to the stream. So, today we're actually going to be playing around with NVIDIA Freestyle. Let me know if you guys can hear me and whatnot. NVIDIA Freestyle is pretty much a post-processing tool that allows you to make your a bunch of games. Around 100 of them are currently supported at the moment. Final Fantasy XIV being one of them, World of Warcraft being another, StarCraft, Grand Theft Auto 5, and a few others. So, what we're gonna do is, I've been doing this probably about like 2 weeks since it came out, and playing around with it, and see what we can come up with on this stream. I'm also going to go through how to do it, and just like what's the best way, and how much hit it is to your system, and go through each, not go through each setting, but pretty much generally explain how to do certain things. And then we're actually going to be tweaking a little bit with Stormshade / Reshade, which is a third-party post-processing tool that came out years before, quite a few years ago. But yeah, that just got updated to 3.11 and actually allows for more, makes it more streamlined. It actually works better than before. So let's get right down to it. We're gonna start right here. Actually, I'm going to show off what my settings are. Okay, well, you're seeing it as 1080p, but this is actually, as you saw, 3620 by 1527. This is my character from the game. So, yeah, let's get right down to it. Best way actually to show this off actually is probably create a new character, and we're gonna load her appearance because the create a character does offer a better lighting than really anywhere in the game, because there's day and night cycles and whatnot. So, okay. First, to get to NVIDIA Freestyle, the default setting is once you have a compatible game, you actually have to have the newest up to date NVIDIA GeForce experience in order to do this. Here we go. You will need NVIDIA GeForce Experience 3.12.0.79. You will need that version. Let me get it back into the frame here. You will need that version in order for it to work. And then you actually have to have this checked off. They enable the experimental features. You also will need driver 390.77. Actually, this is the brand newest driver that just came out a few days ago, but still should always have the most updated driver. But yeah, you will need this version of GeForce Experience in order to use Freestyle. So to open it up, you hit Alt-Z, and that's gonna, sometimes it freaks out because, there you go, Alt-Z. If it freaks out like that, refreshes the window and pops out, hit escape, it'll escape out of it, and do it again. Come on. What's going on now? Ow. Stupid. My mouse and everything just stopped working. That's weird. Technical difficulties again. Control Alt Delete. There we go. That was weird. Okay, so let's try that again. Alt Z. No, do that. Do that. Alt Z inside the game. Okay, there we go. Go to game filter with your mouse. And it died again. Why is it died again? Close that. Yeah, it's going right. That's weird. Okay, so we're gonna go game filter. Here's the game filter. So here's the game filters that I've actually already used. You have 3 styles right off the bat. So that's it. That's all you actually get. You can actually turn it off and on with a keybind. I would definitely tell you to do this because, well, you can turn it on and off via the game menu. So which is great. So, and then you can also switch between each of the presets on the fly, which is also a really cool feature. So, you can actually set, those are not set up when you first do it. So, so you can actually get to that. Actually, I noticed I'm a little loud on the OBS side, so I'm gonna make the volume a teeny bit higher for the music so you guys can hear it. So what you can, to set up those keybinds, just Alt Z, you go to settings, keyboard shortcuts, and then here we go. All the keyboard shortcuts you can set up. Capture, actually save your screenshot from NVIDIA Freestyle. Using NVIDIA Freestyle, because if you hit print screen, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it doesn't capture the actual effects that NVIDIA Freestyle do. So I have it set to Control \. Okay. This is for Ansel. Ansel does not work on Final Fantasy XIV. Ansel is allows you to do photo mode in many games, but 14 already has a photo mode, so they didn't support it. Game filter. This button is supposed to go directly to your settings, but it actually doesn't. This is all in beta. This is actually a beta program that NVIDIA is doing. It's not full release, so 100% in beta. Sometimes it goes a little crazy, but the going directly to the game filters with the button does not work. But I set it to Alt X to toggle the filters on and off, because the game, whenever you launch the game that you're on, like Final Fantasy XIV, the game does not start with any of the filters implied. So you have, in order to do this, you would have to actually go into the settings and turn it on or select which one. But now you can actually hit Alt. I set it to Alt X because that's really quick on the keyboard, and that turns it on right away. You don't have to go into any settings or anything like that. And then I have Control left arrow to actually switch between the settings. It doesn't go, it only switches between the presets. It doesn't go preset 1, 2, 3 off. It goes preset 1, 2, 3. So, but yeah, that's how you set the settings. You can also do all this. They have a broadcasting thing on here as well. I haven't tried it out, so. But yeah, let's get back to this. Done. There's actually no music, I noticed.
play background sounds when Windows Snap. There you go. There you go. I just noticed there's no music. So there you go. So we got some music. This is my skin that I'm enjoying. Also, when you're using the game filter, you cannot interact with the game, but via mouse. But if you have a controller attached, you can actually usually. No, why is it not doing it? I'm acting really weird today. That's very weird that it's doing that. It used to not do that. Maybe they updated it? It used to go right over the... There you go. So, with using your controller, you can actually use... you can use a controller to actually navigate the scene and whatnot. Left, right, so you can get everything perfect. But now it's disabling my mouse for some reason. Which is very weird. So, okay, then, since that's not working, let's get this zoomed in. So, there you go. Okay. So, we're going to do Alt-Z, go to Game Filter. We're going to play around with this one. This is the thing I'm playing around with. For some reason, it's nothing. It's not working for some reason. I don't know why, but that's what you get with streams. When you do stuff live, you're doing it live. So, okay. But anyways, these are the things I've had on here. They look quite good. But we're actually going to be playing around with the second one. So you can't export these at all. You can only, what I've been doing with friends and stuff is taking pictures with my phone of the actual settings and giving it to them, and that's how we're sharing settings. So, but yeah, let's get rid of all these. So, there's multiple filters. There is 15 of them, I believe it is, and there's about 37, 38 settings in total. So multiple some of them have multiple different options. Adjustments allows you to change the brightness, the contrast, and the vibrance of the colors of the screen. See? And obviously the contrast makes it really bright or dark. I typically, if I'm using this, I'm going to be using this vibrance, but I've been using color and vibrance because that actually makes it colors a little bit more pop, and also it does so I don't have to use constant presets. So yeah, actually I want to see something right here. Is that I'm going to open up the settings window. So you can show you the FPS of the game. The thing is, the FPS goes down crazy because of the fact that it's inactive. But there you go. Here's my settings for graphics. So we got it here, and then obviously we're playing at 3620 by 1527. So let's do this. So game filter. Okay, with judgments, the vibrance is there. but I don't really use vibrance anymore on adjustments. So go here, you get black and white. It's literally just black and white. You can change the intensity of everything, whether you want black and white or not. There's this one. This is color. It has color vibrance and color enhancer. These right here, vibrance obviously changes the vibrance of the colors, as you can see. This one, color enhancer, makes colors more deep. So if you put them both up, you get nice, deep, rich colors. But also sometimes that's a little bit too crazy. So, yeah, a little bit too crazy. So, what we're gonna do with this one, but yeah, this one I typically use though with this. So, blah blah blah. Hello, welcome, new viewer. I see a new viewer in the viewer list. Not a viewer list, but in my stats. It says 2 viewers. So welcome. We're just we're playing around in Final Fantasy XIV, customizing it, making it look all the colors a lot less not like washed out, but you know, making the game just look that much more prettier and more alive, really. So, but yeah, color I usually use for color. That's pretty much what I use. That's like one of my mainstays. Adjustments. That's what I went over. We got colorblind, which is cool. It actually adjusts information for people who are colorblind. You can actually change the color of certain things so they can actually view the colors better. See, you can make everything blue. Or you can adjust it. Each setting has, depending on the scale, each of them either have go up 2.5 points or 1.5 points or something like that. Like this has really good difference between. Some of them just go up 10% every time. Some go up 5%. Each of them are different, but yeah, like some of them I wish actually went up more granularly. Contrast is contrast. You can change it to gamma. Okay. You can make it really bright, and then contrast. There you go. Make it really bright. But then, if you're in an area with lots of white areas and stuff like that, like say Limsa or something like that, it gets really, really bright, and it kind of reminds me of the VG Cats cartoon. So, details. Yeah, as you can see, all these are settings that actually I had previously on this, so it actually will default to those settings. So, like if you delete a setting accidentally, you can just apply it again, and it'll keep all the settings that you had before. To actually minimize all of them, there you go. Say minimize. They have bloom, which gives it a nice soft effect. And then there's HDR, toning, which is not really HDR, but allows it. Clarity, it's not really sharpening, but it makes things more clear. Essentially, that's what it is. And sharpening actually makes things sharper, like you would do in Photoshop. So, like if you turn everything up, it looks crazy. And it hurts your eyes. But yeah, some stuff, like you have cool effects. If you do that, and then do that, or see, and then woo, and then see, like this is where starts to get really fun. So
because you can actually make the game look completely different than it is. But let's go back to, there's no like default option though. So like click on it to go to default values. So to remove it, you just have to delete it, hit the trash button. Depth of field. This is not depth of field. I have tried it so many times to actually get a depth of field, but it actually just makes everything blurry. Like literally, like say I'm actually doing stuff and it's not doing anything. So this one I think is a little bit broken. So like, I think actually this one has to be live, but it doesn't do anything. So it's like it only makes it like a Gaussian blur instead of a depth of field. Exposure, like a camera. The camera has exposure, so you can change the highlights and the shadows. You can have lots of shadows and no highlights, or lots of highlights and lots of exposure, and no shadows, or vice versa. Lots of stuff you can actually do with this. So like that, you can get something really bright, or like that, or like that. The great thing is actually these things, I'm showing you each of them separately just right now, but they actually stack. They actually go bleed through each other. So then you actually get more of an extra effect if you put like 3 things on top of each other. And that's how I got stuff like this. Or like this, which are pretty much they're almost exactly the same. It's just this one has a little bit more of a edge on everything. So, okay, that's exposure. We're gonna check out halftone. Halftone just does this. I haven't really figured out like a use for this yet. I mean, it's kind of cool, kind of like an old school comic kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, if I can get it to actually just do what the halftones around the edges of the thing, but yeah, that's what halftone is. Mood. Exactly what mood is. It's actually like the tint and the extra stuff. So you can change the color of the scene. Like if you're in a scene that has like a lot of zoom in. Get a drink. Like if you're in a scene where it's just like all orange or anything like that, and you want to change the color of it, you can actually obviously, like I'm making stuff a little bit purple and whatnot. So, or if you use too much sepia, because there's actually a sepia effect in here, and you want to tone it down a little bit, you can with this. So I'm still getting the hang of this one. So, and then retro. And basically what this does is make it like it's an old retro tube TV, which you would have like that blown out, burned edges around this actual picture of the screen. And it actually warps the actual UI, which is not really good for playing. So I like to make presets that actually are good for playing and good for looking at. But as you can see, it's pretty good hit to FPS a little bit. So, but yeah, you can have it like all the way up like this, or just a little bit, just to get a little bit extra on here. So, which is pretty cool. I used it once in a preset for like 20%, very minimal, but it looked cool. So that's retro. Sepia, it's exactly what it is. It's basically, it makes everything look like an old Tommy photo. It adds a sepia tone to everything. You can make it lightly,
or all the way, or none at all. Special effects. That one's just the coolest one, so I'll show you that. Save that for last. So, vignette. Also, old-timey photo thing. Allows you to do like a vignette type of thing. It darkens all the edges of the screen. Basically, making everything focuses on here. It does pretty cool effect with retro. So, to have really darkened edges. Now, special effects. This is the one that is probably the coolest, I think, and the most exciting, as you can see. Okay, let's turn everything off. This actually also has vignette with it, so you can add that. I won't go over vignettes. And color enhancer is the same thing as previous ones, just makes everything more rich. Now, sketch. That is the interesting one. That's pretty much what it does. It outlines everything in the game, like a find edges kind of thing, like a Photoshop. Like in Photoshop, you have a thing called find edges, and it puts a line around every edge. So, it's very cool, and actually, if done in good amounts, it adds a subtle, like, little extra edge on everything. That's what I actually did with this one right here. There is a subtle edge of 30% on everything, which gives that little cool extra, what do you call it, outline of everything, but it also makes it pop, makes everything pop, which is very cool, I think, and gives it a little extra oomph, and actually you see all the details and everything. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our own preset right here on the stream. So I have 2 viewers, and let's see. Let's see, viewer list. Let's see who's viewing. So, Lapio, since you're actually, I'm actually the second viewer. So what would you like to put on the game? What filter would you like to see on this? So we got adjustments, which allows for brightness, contrast, and vibrance. Black and white is obvious color, it allows for more vibrant color. Colorblind, contrast, details, which allow for more sharpen, more clarity, more like extra like bloom effects and HDR toning, clarity, sharpen. So, or you can just do something like that. So, okay. It's cool if you don't want to say anything, lurker. It's always good to lurk. Sometimes I'm a lurker on some streams myself. So, okay, let's see what we got. First, let's see, what do I want? Let's see, let's actually try something cool with retro. We'll go retro with an intensity of 30. Of 40 is good. Then we go halftone. See, like, okay. Like I said, this actually, each of them go, like, over each other. If I change where they are in the hierarchy, they actually have different effects. It might not be, like, 100% noticeable, but, you know, it's pretty, so, like, you could see actually interface. And so, that if I make it go down, it's a little bit different than if I make it go up. Okay, so let's see. Let's go with sepia. We'll try to make it look like an old-time TV show. Yeah, that's not actually not looking that good. So we'll remove that. And special effects. See, okay. If I go this way, okay, you see how it's like blue right now? But then I switch over to make it go above retro. It actually takes the colors from retro and makes it a little bit different. And then if I put it above halftone, it makes it even more different. So, completely different things, which is cool. Okay, so we're gonna do a color enhancer. Gonna do maybe a little bit of vignette. Change the sketch right there. We're gonna do maybe some details. We're just gonna add the little bit of bloom, a little bit of clarity, more HDR toning right there. See, like, if you notice, I don't know if you can see it now, but the FPS is obviously going down a little bit. Before we were at around 110 FPS. Now we're about 82 or so. So this does some effects do hit your game quite hard. So this is actually even in character creation screen when there's nothing around. There's no people or anything like that. But yeah, all my effects, like my filters, like this one and this one, getting us like I have it locked when I'm playing at 60 frames per second, and I never dip below 60 frames per second. So even if I'm in a raid or in a dungeon or something like that with a lot of stuff going off, it'll never dip below 60 frames. So, but I do have a 1080 Ti and an i7 770K and whatnot. So let's get back to this. So, okay, I think this is good for now right here. Looks good, looks good. Maybe add some color. This one looks good. Oh, vibrance, whoa, that's really, really red right there. So, I think that's looking a bit good right there, right? Adjustments. See, like I can make the adjustments like this. Make that really bright. Let's see how it changed from that to that. But then let's see, go. Like how there. I think that one actually is working nice. And ooh, there you go. Yeah, that black and white kind of thing going on. that. See, I'm liking it without the contrast. What do you think? Okay, now we go to exposure. See, there's the shadows. I'm gonna do that a little bit more, maybe a little bit. There we go. A little bit more exposure. There we go. I think that's looking nice, right? So, let's try to step the field again. Like this might actually work. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work outside of the game, and it's not working with the overlay at the moment. So, okay, looks like actually we're done with this thing right now. So let's I'm going to hit. Actually, let me see. Yeah, that's good. Okay, we're gonna hit done on this one. And okay, there we go. That's the. What do you guys think of this? Close. That's not good either. That's how it does that. It actually completely redoes the UI. So yeah, the face is getting zoomed in on that face really quick. So, and then there's another one, like I was saying. So, welcome a new viewer. So, there we go. That we have that. There's another one actually I wanted to show you. Whoa! I cannot read that at all. Yeesh. Okay, this is the Stormshade reshade settings, which you can actually. I have a bunch of presets on here that make you look like that. So that actually looks pretty cool with the all the extra effects and whatnot, right? So we're gonna do that first. We're gonna oh, there you go. Take a quick screenshot of that because that actually looks pretty cool. Okay, let's turn. Okay, gonna switch that over so I can read it. Okay, this is what it is right here. This is okay. I have new screen preset. We're actually gonna be using my current one. So I'm going to be using this one as things so I can actually read the things. Let me get the... Oh. There you go. Now I can really see it a lot better. So, boom. So this is actually what it is. This one has a lot of extra features on it. Like this thing called MXAO, or this says, which allows for extra shading and whatnot on the thing, but the thing is also it allows for that too. That was kind of creepy, but it MXAO is a huge hit to performance, big hit. But it also allows the extra stuff. So there's things. It's clarity, pretty much the same clarity as is in the NVIDIA Freestyle. There's DPX, which just makes everything a little bit brighter from what I found. Luma Sharpman is amazing. It's actually quite cool. I'll show you that in a bit. Gaussian blur makes everything look a little bit more soft. Colorfulness makes colors more colorful, obviously, and it's actually less harsh than Vibrance is on the NVIDIA Freestyle. So I typically like to combine the two. Say like if I do that, which great I can actually with the things I can do that. See, and then switch back over. This color matrix, which is kind of like tone or mood. Levels is like levels in Photoshop. Magic Bloom. It puts everything in a bloomy effect. See, it's like very bloomy. Makes like all the colors a lot more soft, and makes it so everything's kind of radiant. Curves is almost the same way as levels. Vibrance is pretty much what it means. FFXIV, anti-aliasing. So there's this depth of field. This depth of field actually works. See. So autofocus works, but not in the character creator because it's all the same. SMAA is anti-aliasing as well. It's adaptive fog. So if you want to like do this with that, it makes it look like a very extra effects and whatnot. So makes it look really cool. There's also all these settings are down here. You can actually change the font color if you want. You can make it green and whatnot. So let's see, you can make it. See, since we're in the wood, that actually like that. Max fog factor. See, you can change the. Change where it actually is, where it starts, and then the amount of fog you want. Like that actually looks really nice. And I actually don't know. Oh, ASCII. It makes everything look like ASCII art. There's actually a few shaders that I just picked up today, so. But yeah, it makes everything look like ASCII art, which is cool. Character spacing. So, swap colors. Whoa. That's bright. That hurts my eyes. Invert brightness. Temporal dithering. Nope. Okay, let's see. We're going to swap colors and invert brightness. Different. So let's turn off ASCII though. That was hurting my eyes. Okay, we got turn off adaptive fog right now. Cartoon. Which, let's see. It just looks like this. It just pretty much reminds me of Sketch. Oh, but I can actually say how much. It reminds me of Sketch without doing that whiteness. So this one I can finely tune to exactly how I want. And then you can actually double click inside each box and put the exact number that you want. Like say I want the edge shape to be 0.5 or 0.7. There you go. A little bit extra effect right there. But yeah, it makes the text unreadable. No clue what this is. Let's see, where is the settings for this? No settings for this. Emphasize, what emphasize does, it actually emphasizes the area around you and then blurs everything else out. Like not blurs, but makes everything not colored. So it emphasizes you only. Motion blur, if you move it around a lot. It actually obviously puts a little bit more motion blur on there. Night vision. Nostalgia, it does like old-fashioned photos and whatnot. Perfect perspective. It's like fisheye lens. It's like either a fisheye lens or a HUD. This would look really freaky if it's if you have a curved display. And then we have surface blur. So, okay, I'm going to show you off what Luma Sharpen is. It pretty much is the Sharpen thing, but it makes everything pattern. I do pyramid shape pattern though. And then you can actually show sharpen, which actually shows the exact sharpen that there is. So you can actually tweak it little by little. And then maybe you can put in MXA doesn't work in this. Cartoon. Where is cartoon? There it is. But not so much power on it. There we go. That's it. And then actually we'll turn this off. So a little bit much. But then you can also do that I've noticed. You get some vibrance, add some MXAO. See, you see how the thing dropped quite much. Clarity, Gaussian blur, colorfulness. Magic bloom. I get levels. FFXIV. See, I'm just piling stuff on, so now it's getting a little bit nuts. Adaptive fog. ASCII, you know. We gotta do emphasize. The depth of focus does only do this, but let me see, there's one where the draw text. There's a setting called draw text that I can't find. I did have. So these are the settings in here. If you do select performance mode, the next time you actually run the game, it will run quite a bit better. Because it actually just compiles the settings that you already used and makes them so you can't change them at all. And it runs. It doesn't have to put so much more in memory. It actually makes it a lot better. There's one that says draw text. Let's see what I can find. Field of view, strength. Nope, okay, that's fine. But let's see what we got. Here's it with the other preset. Now that is some color. That's colorful right there. I wanted to see something. Where is it? MXAO, and now we're gonna think of improving sample quality with a very high sample radius. I'm gonna do it sharpness, render size scale 1, yeah, definitely 1. And debug view is actually what the game sees. This is actually what you're seeing. The game is seeing all the polygons and whatnot. So it's kind of creepy. Blending mode. This is normal. This just makes it like black. This makes it more of a dark. And this actually blends with the color of the skin. So I made it before. I'm trying to get them. I'm trying to get like a hard shadow on it, but it's not working as before. So I'll drop it down to very low again. Always make the skies 1 because actually that makes it your computer run faster. Because it doesn't have, well, if you want a sharp, like more of a sharper, not sharper, but more of a natural shade, you can make it half scale. See, okay, like do maximum quality. render it at half scale. And then I'll show the debug mode. So you can actually change. I'll change it. See, there you go. That's probably better. See, and then very low. And then take off debug mode. So there you go. That's. What do you think of that? Obviously, you can't really. I mean, this is a cool, different looking preset. I don't think much for playing the game. This is nice though. With all the colors. Let's add a little bit more to it. I'm gonna add a little bit more sketch. Let's see what happens. Ow, dang it. It's not working. Sounds weird. Because usually it works right away. But, okay. So. But yeah. So like color matrix evens out all the colors. Let's see, like okay, we'll do that far, and then where's the? Do we have the fog on? I think we have the fog on. Yep, we do. So, there we have it. Now, you can obviously do a crazy amount of stuff with this. Like, let's go back to my current preset right here. And there's a bunch of actual extra things that I've done. Nope, not that one. There's Bandits from Stormshade. There is Becca's. Blue Cats. This is the standard one, 4K. Gabbons. There's Rain Clouds. More of a darker preset, but then has a lot of bloom. Like Valen's actually doesn't work properly because actually I got rid of some of the presets that I don't use. So, and then this is mine. So. There you go, I can actually quit that. That's viewed as what it is. Oh, also the thing with MXAO, it actually records all the curves and everything that are actually around all the games. So you actually will see the curves before you see everything else. Actually, like you'll see in a second. So I want to change this really quick. Character config. Others. No. Initials, please. So here we have, let's actually do this way. Here's our settings. We're running at around 48 FPS right now. But yeah, we're gonna actually play a quick dungeon and whatnot for this. I almost forgot to turn off chat log. Initials, please. So let's see. I don't think it's gonna be quite. I think it's gonna be quite long, but we can check. Oh no, less than 5 minutes. Cool. So, but here we are, checking out our preset with everything on. Different jobs. We got the paladin here. We got astrologer. We got the summoner. Samurai. Yes. Dark Knight. Also, here's what it is in a different view. So I'm gonna take a quick picture of that. Change back to Red Mage. Go back to our setting and hit commence. This is what that does. Oh, we got freaking Moogamog, didn't we? Yep, we got Moogamog. It had to be Moogamog, didn't it? So I might have to switch to a different one. This thing is a pain in the butt. And switch off depth of field. Let's do this. Well, at least this one's a lot more interesting than the other one that I did from the other video. Oh. I love how the music speeds up though. If we're doing the trial too so fast that switched over to this setting. There we go. Hot switching on the fly. So, now the moonwalk dies. Motto. So there we go. That's what you see with showing off with the trial. Let's see what other good areas to view. Let's see. We'll check out the cities. Let's go to Oda. you can also do that, but then it doesn't like it. See, broke. Kind of cool-y, but yeah. Yep, it broke. There we go. That's how to turn it off and on. So, I think that looks cool. That looks pretty cool. Let's take some screenshots. Always take some good screenshots. Always gotta take some good screenshots, you know? Because you never know. Onward to, let's see. Italy. Nighttime everywhere. So let's see what this looks like on top of the wall. Whoops. Okay, next area. Okay, so I think that about wraps it up for this stream right here. I would like to thank all those who were watching, all those who are watching today. Let me know. I'm going to be putting this up on YouTube, so you can check my channel out there. Links in the description in the bio below. It's youtube.com/GumplaGamer. I will be having... let me know in the comments below what you thought of this video, what you think of the presets, and if you have any questions, definitely let me know in the comments as well. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Hit that follow button on Twitch. I will be streaming more games.
possibly of this. We're doing more presets, little bit stuff like that. Not 100% sure, but definitely check me out also on Instagram, on Patreon, on Twitter. All those links are in the description below for those things. So really, it's, you know, pretty much really, that's pretty much all else I can say about it. So until next time, guys, keep building and keep playing.